Here with Adam Hansen, the leader of the King of the Mountains here in the Tour Down Under. Adam, you're leading the mountain classification, but how are you going to go about defending that jersey today with the infamous corkscrew in the final, knowing that the big contenders are going to be lighting things up?
It will be difficult. Obviously, it's the hardest climb in the race. But if I can get some points, and I'm obviously in a good position for also a good result in GC. So it's a bit of get everything in one time.
So maybe concentrate less on the jersey and more about your overall position today?
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Simon Gerrans extended your lead yesterday over most of your principal rivals. Only Ulissi was able to make up some time. Today, the corkscrew, possibly the hardest stage of the race and the most decisive. What are your thoughts on that, and how are you approaching today with the team?
Yeah, today's going to be a really decisive stage of the race, and it's probably one of the stages where I'm going to be most vulnerable to be attacked in the final. The corkscrew is a very tough climb and very hard to follow, and if someone's going really strong up the corkscrew, it's going to be hard to go with them. But yeah, I'm confident with how I'm going, and I know if I just ride up there as quick as I can, hopefully no one will be too far off the front over the top, and there's just a couple Ks going downhill to the finish that we can, hopefully round anyone up that might have been able to sneak away.
So we saw last year the descent was, I guess you could say, treacherous because of that second left-hand corner. Have you been up there and scouted out this week, ridden it a few times, just so you really know what's going to come at you?
We rode it a couple of times before last year's race, and then we just did one quick refresher this year before the race as well. And yeah, there are a couple of tight corners towards the top. Yeah, one in particular, I think it's just the first right-hander that turns back on itself. After that, they're fairly fast and flowing. So as long as you're in good position in the group that you're in and you can take the correct lines, there shouldn't be too many issues, I hope.
Cadell, this could be the most decisive day of the Tour for GC aspirations.
Potentially. It's sure the corkscrew climbs hard, and almost inevitably there'll be a selection there, but regrouping on the descent, I think it's 7.5 kilometres fast downhill, so for the guys who maybe lose time, and that's going to make it interesting. Do they groups collaborate together, work together to be effective, whether they're in front or behind? And it makes for interesting racing because, of course, the climbers guessing. Probably myself, Richie, of course, we look to make a gap if possible. But whether we can hold that, or first whether we can make a gap, second if we can hold it, it's going to be interesting racing and a different style of racing.
So, assuming the gaps don't open up today, how do you go into the rest of the race and approaching Willunga, knowing that you need to take back that much time on Simon Gerrans with only the climb of Willunga to go, which he's a specialist at?
Yeah, that's where Simon's got his bases carried. He's already taken an advantage in the opening stages, and really, realistically, to drop him on this climb with the way he's going and some of the teammates he has, it's certainly not a given, and it might even be impossible. And yeah, at that point, well, you get beaten by a better bike rider. There's not much you can do.
Geraint Thomas, the man who ripped this stage apart last year on the climb and went on to win the stage and take the leader's jersey. You know this climb and descent as well as anybody, probably better. What are we going to see today?
I think it'll be a similar thing today. I think there'll be a big fight into that left-hander into Corkscrew Road, and then I think it'll just be every man for himself up there. I think every team's going to be racing to get their leaders into position, and then just let the legs, sort it out, I guess. So it's going to be hard. I think we've seen Gerros going really well. Cadell guessing, obviously. Richie as well, so yeah, I think it's going to be an exciting stage.
Robert Keesing, finally a stage that really suits you, the corkscrew climb. Have you gone and ridden it this week pre-race and scouted it out and come up with your race plan?
Yeah, we did it the second day we were here, really hot day, so what I remember of corkscrew is it's a really tough climb. It's really short distance to the finish, so it will be, of course, a key moment in this stage. I think it's where the first real battle for GC will be for today, and I hope I can be there up on the top with the very best and put myself in a great position.
Well, it seems you're improving every day. 10th in Angaston, 5th yesterday in Stirling. If you improve by 5 places today, then we know what to look out for.
Yeah. I'll go for 0th, I guess. Yeah, I'll do my best. I think it's the finish doesn't really suit me that well because it's just a flat finish. I mean, it's 7.5K with the best guys in the in the race, I guess, and then up to the finish. But still, it's all for GC. We still get Willunga Hill afterwards, so there's chances enough for me. Today I'll need the team, and I'll need the other guys like Port and the BMC team, I think, to give Gerrans a hard day.